Let's get one thing straight. You are not lazy, you are not inconsistent, and you don't need more motivation. If you keep self sabotaging every time you make progress, it's not because you are weak or there is something wrong with you. It's because deep down there is still a part of you that believes that you are not enough. And that belief runs the show, and no matter how many routines or glow up goals you set, if your identity says, I'm not worthy, your actions will keep proving it. But today, I want to show you the truth about self sabotage because it's not what you think. And when you understand it, you can finally stop training your own progress and start receiving everything you've been asking for. Hi girls, welcome to my channel, welcome to this community. In this community we talk everything related to self-development, femininity, and how to become the best versions of ourselves. If that is something that you are into, I invite you to subscribe to the channel and to share your thoughts about the video in the comment sections. This is episode number 5 of this series, becoming unrecognizable in 30 days. And today's topic is very important because I believe that most of the women tend to blame themselves a lot when they self-sabotage specific things in their lives. But you don't need to blame yourself, you just actually need to understand what is happening with your brain. So let's talk about what self-sabotage really is. What most people don't realize is that self-sabotage isn't about laziness or lack of discipline. It's actually a form of self-protection. Your subconscious mind will always reject anything that doesn't match the identity you are carrying. So when you start glowing up, when you finally feel joy, peace, excitement, and then out of nowhere you start procrastinating, or you go the opportunity, or you go back into old habits, that's actually your brain a little bit confused and telling yourself, hey, wait, this doesn't match what I know. This is new for me, this feels very unfamiliar. Your brain basically goes to survival. He is like, what is happening here? What is going on? I identify myself as a lazy woman, as a woman who doesn't get anything. Why? I am starting to get all these kind of things, and then your brain tries to come back to what is familiar to it. So self-sabotage comes back to one core wound, and is I'm not enough. That belief is usually born in childhood or with painful experiences, in moments when you felt like love was conditional, or maybe being seen wasn't safe, or success came with rejection. So now, even when good things start happening, that wounded part of you starts to panic. It basically tells you that you shouldn't get so excited because anything will mess up anyway. But that's not the real you. That's a version of you who learned to survive by thinking in this way, by staying safe. And if no one told you this yet, I think it's time to let her go. Sometimes self-sabotage is pretty loud. For example, you quit the gym, or you ghost the guy, or you spend all the weekend overthinking, but most of the time it's quiet and people don't realize that they are self-sabotaging themselves. So for example, if someone compliments you and you kind don't believe it, or if you stay scrolling all the day instead of getting up and working towards your dream, or you stay with people who treat you like you are a normal regular person because deep down you feel that that's what you deserve. That's what self-sabotage shows in your day-to-day. So if you say, for example, that you want love, that you want success, that you want peace, but every time that you get close to those kind of things you push away, that's actually just fear. And you are not afraid of failing, you're actually afraid of what happens if it actually works. So now let's talk a little bit about how we can break that pattern, and the goal here is trying to make you feel safe in this new identity that you are stepping into. So every time you get into one of these behaviors, always try to pause and ask yourself, what part of you is scared right now. And once you identify that part of yourself that is scared, just try to think in your childhood, try to think in the moment where you adopt that belief, and try to reframe the narrative by saying words of love towards you. We talked yesterday about how words actually shape your reality, and words will help you a lot in creating a new narrative for yourself in terms of the beliefs about the things that you actually deserve in your life. The goal here is understanding that self-sabotaging, it comes from a place of fear and from a place of uncertainty. I think that that's the word, uncertainty. If you want to stop self-sabotaging your life, you need to bring awareness, and you need to bring safe space to your brain to actually feel comfortable with this new version of yourself. If you see yourself as this elevated person with really high standards, it will be so easy for you to stop eating that junk food and start eating healthy food, because you know that your body deserves the health, because you know that your body deserves feel good, and because you love yourself, because you see yourself in an elevated way. Things that doesn't happen if you have a poor perception about yourself. So something very important here in healing this pattern is working on that belief that you are not enough, because that's the core one, the belief for people who tend to self-sabotage their lives, and working with that belief to change it in a way where you know that you are enough, where you create this version of yourself that is confident, that deserves love, that deserves success, that deserves abundance. But you need a lot of awareness to catch yourself, because self-sabotage is more like in small day-to-day actions that create a new pattern of behaviors and thinking that will at the end of the day create your current reality. So that's the truth behind self-sabotage. It's not that you are actually lazy, it's not that you are a procrastinator, it's actually your brain trying to bring you in a safe state. That's all what it is. Working toward bringing that safe environment to your nervous system will actually get you out of this self-sabotage behavior. So that's all the video for today. Thank you guys for watching. Again, subscribe if you want to stay tuned in this series of becoming unrecognizable. Right now, because this is the first week, we are working a lot in mindset and how to rewire your brain, because that's the foundation from everything. And then we are going to jump into habits and routines. We are going to talk about physical love as well, because in the next 30 days, we are going to become really elevated versions of ourselves. Thank you guys for watching, and I will hope to see you in the next one. Bye.